What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Yeah. Check it out, man. We are live covering a lot of Diddy's trial and different things. We are at the surprise witness. She is live and she is talking about a lot of things that's not going on in the courtroom about Diddy, and we're, Uncle Mike putting in his 2 cents. We're live. Go check out the Music Recording Network live. The Music Recording Network live. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell over there. Hey, let's check this bad boy out. Oh, she is actually talking about, I think the lawyers or the kids or something, I can't remember, was saying, give Diddy over to us. And she was like, that don't sound right. So let's check it out.
If you give him the it's giving like what they did to Amanda, right? Like give her the opportunity to be released. She was said to be released to this place, and we'll use our aura on it. Like it's kind of that. Like, what do you wait? Hold on. I don't think when Diddy gets out of jail, there should be anything tied up with him in an organization. He has to do speeches. What if no, that actually seems unconstitutional. And I'm talking about looking out for Diddy's rights. Like, what if something happens where he is being abused by these people or something, and it's part of his release? He's not going to want to go back to jail, so he's just going to keep it to himself. This isn't a good system to set up. No. This random man nobody's ever freaking heard of or from is going to be personally responsible for rehabilitating him. I don't like this. Who is this freaking guy? Wee woo. Mark the spot. I don't like it. No, I rebuke this reverend. Nope, not in my house. Nope. I'm asking you to give him to us, and we won't let you down. I will be personally responsible for this is what Lima said about Amanda. I'll be personally responsible for rehabilitating. Does he have a government-funded program of VR? That's what I want to know. I'm not saying Lima's was government funded. Hopefully, my report hit the docket before enough. Hopefully, my reporting to y'all and my reporting to the government made it to where it wasn't funded, but who knows? Defense attorney says he believes the court is in a difficult position. The court is in a difficult position, I think. If I may say that respectfully, he said the judge is looking at the victim impact statements written by Cassie, Jane, and other victims, as well as the letters and statements from Diddy's loved ones. You find yourself, Your Honor, I think, saying you have 2 people here? Who's the real Sean Combs?
Whoa.
Xavier Donaldson said, I like to believe that the real Sean Combs is in the grain of all those letters to you that you read and what you heard from the family. So the real Sean Combs is our side, basically. Okay, cool. After Donaldson, then Mark Agnifilo is going to speak.
Okay.
3 minutes ago, Xavier Donaldson said his client does not deserve a harsh penalty along the lines of a convicted pimp.
What?
The government equates Diddy with a pimp. I want to be clear that Diddy is not a pimp. Donaldson told the court a pimp is in the business of subjugating women. Therefore, he should not and cannot be considered a pimp. Oh my God. The reasoning is because he doesn't subjugate women whenever the judge ruled earlier that he did coerce. They hurt their own client as much as help him, I swear.
That's what I say. They hurting him more than anything. Just take your punishment like a man and do your time, bruh, because you got to do it anyway.
Xavier Donaldson goes on. He says here in the Southern District, we've had United States senators prosecuted here. I dare anyone to say anything else in the past 30 years did what he did in the MDC. The true Sean Combs came back. The true narcissist that just was going to perish, shrivel away, and die unless he could get his narcissistic supply out of something and somewhere. So he had a genius idea of calling it a class. And it's really just a bunch of buffoons sitting around circle jerking over how cool Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs is and used to be, even though he's a washed up, deadbeat, unfit parent. I mean, I don't know. That's just my interpretation. I wasn't there. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
And I'm not a medical doctor either, qualified to diagnose anyone. Xavier Donaldson goes on. I spoke to chiefs of police in Miami, who Diddy has in his pocket, I assume. I spoke to superintendents of education in Miami. All of these people Diddy just has in his pocket, I assume.
Okay.
Everyone said there is something different. Let me close with this. People like me are supposed to be here to show that we can do it. I don't understand what that means.
Me neither.
People like you criminals or what?
Oh
People
my
like you
God.
lawyers, people like you men. Is this more unnecessary and racist epithets? Trying to act like every single black person would even imagine doing and even fathom doing what Diddy did? We need more of that out on the street? No, we don't. I disagree. I disagree. Diddy should not be being held up as this beacon of like representing a whole race. It's actually so racist and insulting for them to be doing it. It actually like pisses me off to a degree that I get like a little bit of a rise in my temperature. Cause it's like, if you want to be Nobel Prize winning, if you want to be an astrophysicist, or if you want to be a not criminal record producer and be an example and a beacon, who am I to say? Whatever, I'm staying out of that if somebody wants to be represented by that. But the fact that he's trying to reduce his sentencing for a crime he was convicted guilty of by an extremely sympathetic jury to him.
2 times.
It's so bad faith, it pisses me off, actually makes me angry. No, and it makes people who don't know better think that, oh yeah, I guess this is just like the culture. Xavier Donaldson and Diddy must be exactly the same. What?
These people saying that he's a different person. He should be. He been in jail for 1 whole year for what he did. He should be different. I mean, he want to get out. That's what makes it different. Don't nobody want to be in there with, you got to boil your water and you can't get lobster whenever you want and all the other exotic type of foods he was eating and all so on and so on. Come on, man. Of course he's different. He want to get home. He want to get his butt home. Like every other prisoner.
Was he getting too big for his britches and this was Lou Taylor's plan the whole time? Is this just, am I schizophrenic or is anyone else having these thoughts? Why is Robin freaking Greenhill here?
Robert Greenhill. Did I need to look him up? It's crazy, man.
I kept saying it. This feels like Lima. What do you mean? You're going to take personal responsibility? A reverend? What the hell? Who is Miss Glory be to God, Coram Deo, husband owns a church? Lou, TriStar Sports and Entertainment.
Who are these people?
Is she going to put him in a guardianship? Woo, can you? Most egregious thing. Can you even believe late and this freaking pastor in here realizes every now and again and nobody can say nothing.
Here we go.
But like there's ways to reprogram, and I mean it in a medical sense, like lobotomizing people, you know, it like makes you, it clears the slate. And this freaking pastor in here, this reverend saying, give him to us. I think Diddy's safer in the MDC. They got me worried about Diddy's safety all of a sudden. Somebody make sure you're looking out for whoever is trying to own Diddy by having him given to them by a judge. That is the most egregious thing. Can you even believe that we just sat here and read that a reverend doctor just asked a sitting federal judge in open court to give him the body of Diddy, give him to us? As if the judge is able to give him to someone. I don't like it. Because y'all can call it karma. I mean, it is. Karma is whether I like it or not. So I'm not even trying to say it's not. Everything's karma at some point. But the Florida freaking show, oh my God, I'm going to cry. Not me being, no, I said it. I said it. I ain't getting into free Diddy. Nope, that's y'all. I ain't getting into free Diddy. Nope, that's y'all. That's y'all. That's y'all. I ain't getting into it. But I can acknowledge that this is frightening.
Wow, that's crazy. Hey, y'all hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up live stream. Hit them thumbs up as you come on in. The Music Recording Network Live. We are live today on our channel, The Music Recording Network Live. Let's keep going. Let me see. I can get my glasses on here.
Read the letter of those impacted by the teaching and mentorship of Diddy. As a formerly incarcerated person myself, I see the impact. When a person creates his own program while incarcerated, it shows something. Yeah, narcissism, in my opinion. I know. I've done it. Well, they like to stick together because they can see each other. Not even a parking ticket since. I work with probation. I speak at many. Here's the Lima. Here's the Lima, everybody. I've done it. Not even a parking ticket since. I work with probation. Remember whenever she had a company, put a 2 in the chat. If you remember, she had a company called The Second Chance or The Last Star. The Last Star. She was going to do a second chance for the inmates. Look at these second chance programs, plucking people right out and getting them into the. Y'all see a pattern? Put a 2 in the chat. Not even a parking. And this guy, what fantastic, even if the judge says no, what fantastic advertising. What fantastic advertising for this freaking guy that none of us ever heard of. There's 4,200 people in this chat. That's some good advertising for him, even if the judge says no. Giovanni.
Not even a parking ticket.
Where were you during the trial? He had no witnesses. Good freaking question. I'm telling y'all, Diddy's on his own. Diddy's on his own for free Diddy. Okay? But they about to.
Hey, let's find out if you think Diddy should do some time, not time served. He should do some more time. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Diddy should do some type of time other than the time served. And y'all that's watching on the main channel, y'all put a 1 in the comments if you think Diddy should do some type of time. By the time y'all see this, y'all probably see that he is doing time. And is that justified? I'm satisfied with anything the judge give him, as long as it's more time. He gotta so put a 1 in the chat if you think he should do some type of time. Here we go.
Get his ass. Oh my God. I can tell you what, he better hope he stays in the MDC, because what's going to come down on him after.
My chat must be broken.
They're trying to put him in the Florida shuffle. You don't get out of that. At least when you get your 5 to 7, there's an end date. Oh, that's scary. That is scary. And Brian Steele said it too. A condition of release. A condition of his release could be doing speeches for Reentry 1, who serve a couple hundred clients each year. Those couple hundred clients, who are they? Who are they? A couple hundred each year? And Diddy's going to instruct? Xavier Donaldson, the 4th defense lawyer to speak on behalf of Diddy, took issue with the prosecution's claim earlier that Diddy had arrogantly scheduled speaking engagements in Miami next week, assuming that he would be released. Quote, this is Diddy's lawyer. Contrary to what the government said, and I'm going to say this blatantly, we do need something for him to do if he gets out today. He's not getting out today. Y'all are delusional. You needed 7 things lined up next freaking week. You needed 7 things lined up. Not like, oh, let's go with your kids. Go with your kids to the theme park or hang out with your kids in a private vacation. No, we need to do 7 speeches for Reentry 1. Okay. And Robin is apparently, allegedly, according to Andy told me, somebody told him, third hand, fourth hand information, she's in a court today. Okay. Got it. Contrary to what the government says, he needed something to do if he got out, not hang out with his kids. No, go talk to a couple hundred clients for 7 times. These aren't speaking engagements. They're teaching engagements. Will he be speaking? Is Diddy going to speak? Or is he going to teach with he's going to pantomime? For the incarcerated in South Florida, they want to, he'll probably start rehabs too and start making money off of that too. Donaldson said prosecutors mischaracterized Diddy's post-release plans. This is just getting more and more sinister. I am so glad that I am almost done with the Diddy saga because this is just scary for him. Wow. Y'all need to go watch that movie. I Care a Lot. I almost wonder, was he getting too big for his britches? Because him and Lou Taylor came up at the same time. They met at Uptown. Lou Taylor was introduced to Diddy before Diddy had Bad Boy. Was he getting a little too big for his britches? A little too hard to work with, and she needed a little bit of a power shift? I don't know. I hope the feds are investigating them. Defense explains Diddy's speaking engagements. Prosecutors mischaracterized Diddy's post-release plans in Miami. They presumptuously called it speaking engagements. Instead, no. These are not presumptuous speaking engagements. These are presumptuous community enriching teaching opportunities. You see that call anything. Prostitution ain't prostitution. A girlfriend and a slave are the same thing. Contrary to what the government said, we do need something for him to do if he gets out today. He would answer the question with.
But what the problem is you making plans thinking that this judge is a joke. You're making plans on doing some speaking somewhere. She talking about some, they misspoke. Plans in Miami. Speaking engagements. They not speaking engagements. Okay, what are they then? The community enriching teachings opportunities. But it's still a plan to go out of the country. Go out the state in Miami. They're not going to release you. You assuming that they're going to release you. That's
teaching
the point.
Engagements.
Y'all be missing the point.
To help people who have been convicted to crimes to be ready. These are teaching engagements we contacted them about if the court let him out today. And interesting, importantly, y'all, today would not be 14 months. So they're arguing 14 months, which is a preposterously low amount. And they're saying also let him out today. It hasn't even been. He has 12, 15 more days before it's 14 months. Whoo, they're getting some really good advertisement. Wow, they are getting some great advertisement today. I wonder how Robin Greenhill and Lou Taylor are connected to this place, if they are at all. Head of nonprofit that helps felons re-enter society describes Diddy's impact on other inmates. Giovanni Saras of Reentry One is now addressing the courts. And look how it's like a racket too, like a not a racket, but a MLM, right? Giovanni himself is a formerly incarcerated person. And look, it is hard to get a job as a formerly incarcerated person. But one of the risks of that is that formerly incarcerated person goes to get a job. Sometimes people will say no. Sometimes they'll say yes with contingencies. Sometimes you can't get a job. So you have to still resort back to a life where you're doing unlawful things because you just can't get a job. Like people don't want to hire you, whatever. So you have Giovanni, who himself is basically just doing exactly what he's saying Diddy would be doing, right? I'm a formerly incarcerated person and I help these other individuals who do what? I don't exactly know.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead a little bit more. Here we go.
Adding that he created similar programs when he was incarcerated. This is that criminal justice reform that Lou Taylor and them are trying to get in on, I wonder. I just wonder. Does Jay-Z, does United Justice Coalition have anything to do with this guy? I need to know. He said Diddy's willingness to help others in detention, despite his own ongoing legal struggles, demonstrated reform and rehabilitation. No, to me, it demonstrates narcissism, who needs his narcissistic supply, in my opinion. I don't trust this guy far as I could throw him. I won't be sending nobody over in his direction. Nope. Thank God he's done. Ooh, I rebuke.
Jesus Christ. I don't even know what that was.
I don't like it. I'm getting a sick feeling about Robin Greenhill in relation to it. But who knows? Maybe I'm schizophrenic, girl. Who knows? Okay. We're eager to work with Diddy in the same way. We have established engagements in communities in need.
God, that hurt my ears. I got a headache too.
So they are engagements. They're engagements.
Yeah.
Speaking engagements, teaching whatever the freak it is. Okay.
Right.
It's still, he has 7 planned next week. Jesus Christ. Or in the next couple weeks. Lastly, our mission is centered on the idea that those closest to the problem will solve it. Yeah, exactly. Give him back to us. Give him to our community. Our people will take care of him. We want to do the reprogramming. Don't worry about reprogramming him in the BOP. We'll reprogram him.
Wow. That's crazy.
Judge is like, okay, sit down. Agnifilo said, it's getting late. I'll be brief. I started in the Manhattan DA's office in 1990. We mostly had to put people in jail. In 1996, the Center for Court Innovation started. John Jay did a lot of studies. Domestic violence tends to come from childhood trauma. A lot of people had childhood trauma that don't do domestic violence. So no, I'm not going to let you put that on that either. No, that's actually like weirdly victim blaming. It's saying like, if you get abused, you're necessarily going to be an abuser. That's no, shut up. Doctors found that Diddy had PTSD.
Okay.
He grew up without a father. His father was murdered when he was a baby.
So
The family didn't tell him how his father died, but he picked it up from the street. He gave a commencement address at Howard in 2014. You know what's interesting? He has said before that he found this out by looking at the library stuff at Howard. So it wasn't the street, it was college. The street. He found the microfilm there that's how his father died in a drug deal gone bad. Maybe that's the trauma. That's not the street. He was at college, a very prestigious college. That's not the street. Stop trying to make it worse than it is. He had major depressive disorder. Okay, I'm going to sit down in 5 minutes. Then Miss Slavic, and then Diddy, the last word. No, does Diddy get the last word or the prosecutor? Oh, Diddy gets the last word. Agnifilo said, I'm asking you to release him today. These are clowns. He's been punished publicly. Everyone knows every twist and turn in this case. This is also a form of general deterrence, the publicity that he got. Cassie's lawsuit, it destroyed his businesses. Let him.
Paul Meets World. We live, y'all. Don't forget we live. What's up, Crystal? Let's continue.
Go today,
Saying
Your
what's
Honor.
up
Come
to the
on.
people.
Let's just let him go down to the pub right now. 3 minutes ago, CNN.com, doctors have diagnosed Diddy with PTSD. Mark Agnifilo says this while exploring Diddy's past. He's leading off with his team's main ask, that Diddy be sentenced to time served. We're asking for a lot. We're asking for a 14-month sentence. Agnifilo, like one of his colleagues previously did today, raised the issue of what the defense says is Diddy's traumatic past. Domestic violence tends to come from childhood trauma, Your Honor. It's very clear that Diddy has genuine psychological challenges. Oh,
yeah, none of this stuff excuses you for doing bad things. You can say all this stuff and you got a bank robber. He still robbed the bank, man. So, I mean, you saying all this stuff like, oh, okay, I'm glad you told me that. Let him go. Y'all should have been saying this.
Okay, 4 minutes ago.
Y'all should have been saying this to get him off that bail. I can't believe Diddy locked in a cell, tunnels under his house, and he can't make bail.
Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, acknowledged that it was a lot to ask the court for a 14-month sentence, short of the 70 to 87-month guidance given in a probation office report, let alone the 11-plus year sentence prosecutors want. Explaining why such a short sentence is appropriate, Agnifilo brought up Diddy's psychological challenges, including PTSD. What's the stressor? We don't really know. Before pointing to the death of Diddy's father when he was a toddler, maybe that's the trauma. But what's clear is he had a post-traumatic stress disorder.
But so I don't understand this because he been doing this bad stuff for 30 years. He been running Bad Boy and doing all this other stuff. I can see that his father passed away, rest in peace. And then later on, and we ain't talking about no child. His father passed away when he was 3. So around 13, 14, 15, he started getting in trouble and everything. He's never been in trouble, man. So what you're talking about is
bullshit. Bullshit.
Uh-huh. A bunch of bull.
Post-traumatic stress. It was actually pseudo seizures. Okay. Also, we are proposing mental health treatment at a place of y'all's choice. I'm starting to get Florida Shuffle here. Somebody stands to make a lot of money for putting Diddy in their program. I will tell you that. And by somebody, I mean anybody. This is how they do this. They meaning the Florida Shuffle traffic people, including especially celebrities. So-and-so, Britney Spears was at this rehab. Oh, but Bam Margera was at this rehab. Oh, look, Diddy is working with the re-entry one. Oh, look, he's doing good. Maybe he'll do good. This is like next to the plate. Now it's this company. Now it's VR. Now it's this thing. Now it's that thing. It's like, come on, dude. Sit in jail and get out when you get out.
Yeah.
We're proposing mental health treatment, a domestic violence program. Sometimes group programs are better than jail, so we can program him ourselves in Scientology Capital of Worlds. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Imagine letting this domestic abuser out in the month of the domestic violence awareness. Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
He said, I'm not asking for a light sentence. I'm asking for mental health. The root problem. I'm so sick of this crap. I'm to the point where no, if your mental health's so bad you can't stop yourself from committing a crime, you need to go in jail too. That's where I am. If you disagree, unsubscribe. I don't care. I don't care. Because you're going to have the mental health no matter what. If you can't not commit a crime, there's plenty of people with all the conditions that don't commit the crime. So if you can't keep yourself from doing it, you ought to go to jail. What? You don't. It's too much. See?
Oh my goodness, man. I'm glad she didn't ring it that loud that time. That bill was
so
that bill hurts my feelings.
Agnivolo says, I'll stop here and turn it over to the government. I think it's only fair that Mr. Combs get the last word. If I'm the prosecutor, I'm saying no, that is violates the rules of federal civil procedure. No, we're not doing that. We're not giving the narc the last word.
The narc. Oh my God.
So the assistant U.S. attorney said, Your Honor, going back a few hours to Mr. Driscoll, remember Jason Driscoll, the first one that talked? We have actually cited cases with sentences of 135 months, actually. And that was based on abuse, not commercial purposes. Back to the Dylan Jordan case. Let's zoom out. Why did Judge Cronin take into account the previous sentence? Because Jordan knew it was wrong. He quit the business before he was prosecuted. But here, the defendant continued the crimes. So actually, he's worse in that way.
Okay.
Come on, Christy. Come on, girl. The people are seeing what you got.
We waiting, man. We waiting.
We
just
two
waiting.
New updates from CNN.
Okay.
Diddy needs meaningful mental health treatment.
Meaningful.
Which he couldn't have got that in jail. Hadn't he been working with the psychologist in jail? How did he get 3 doctors to diagnose him with PTSD if he's not getting meaningful mental health treatment?
Somebody said 11 years. Did that pass go? Give up all assets. 11 years. Not to go. Oh, 11 years. Okay. I thought it said not pass go.
And domestic violence treatment and admittance into a drug program. I swear to God, if this judge admits Diddy into one of these Florida Shuffle programs instead of giving him jail, I will be investigating every single thing that has ever happened publicly, financially, with all parties involved, including the judge. No. We're not going to put him into your friend's freaking... Do y'all see what they did to Damore Hadley in the Florida Shuffle?
The judge got to do the right thing, man.
You want to put Diddy in a Jay-Z rehab or what? I mean, I don't know how many he owns or if he owns any, but it's all just starting to look so just weird. Including a drug addiction and post-traumatic stress disorder. They have said repeatedly that Diddy should be released to receive treatment rather than suffer within the penal system. No, he should suffer in
Hold on. Wait a minute. A large portion. Here we
testimony by Diddy's legal team. 5 of his lawyers have spoken today. Has been devoted to detailing their clients' struggles with mental health, including a drug addiction and post-traumatic stress disorder. They have said repeatedly that Diddy should be released to receive treatment rather than suffer within the penal system. No, he should suffer in the penal system. 2 days in custody, Your Honor, is like...
Why he's getting treatment. He should be in jail, getting treatment, going to rehab. You have to put him in jail because he have to pay for what he did. He have to pay for the laws he broke, man. I don't understand it. I understand he might be sick and he needs some help. I don't understand.
Walking Dead. 2 days in custody is like Walking Dead? What does that even freaking mean? New update from NBC News. 8 minutes ago, Diddy has genuine psychological issues. The lawyer said, "We are asking for a lot, a 14-month sentence, and I want to give the court some reasons. Diddy has long suffered from mental health challenges that he's willing to address," according to Mark Agnifilo.
Oh my
Diddy
God.
has genuine psychological challenges, said Agnifilo, citing the slaying of his father when he was just a child. In 2014, 2017, and 2020, he reported to 3 different doctors. Oh, and he had PTSD. So in 2014, 2017, and again in 2020, he was diagnosed with PTSD by 3 different doctors. New update from New York Times. Christy Slavic just called Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs a master puppeteer of his own image. Truly, he is a master puppeteer of his own image. I agree, in my opinion. But the image he presents is incomplete and misleading. The prosecutor argued that the video of Diddy beating Cassie shows the defendant for who he really is.
Okay. That's a good one. It's like looking at a volleyball match. They going back and forth. The ball just bouncing back and forth. This is a shame, man. Just lock him up, man. Give him some years and let's move on.
She said, "Pimps control their victims. That's what happened here. $1.4 million would be 90-some freak-offs. There were way more than that here. Mr. Driscoll challenged us to find abusive texts like he quoted, but this case has physical abuse on video. The defendant is a master puppeteer. His video has better production value than the Intercontinental Hotel video, but that shows who he is. Right now, he would apologize to his victims. 5 lawyers spoke for him. Mr. Steele said Cassie wanted it."
To use the bathroom in somebody's mouth. That's what they want.
"We are asking for a significant sentence here, Your Honor." Judge says, "Thank you, Mr. Combs." Brian Steele said, can we take a comfort break for our comfort? We need more comfort in the federal courthouse." Punished on a grand public stage, his lawyer said. Diddy's lead defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo, argued that his client does not deserve more punishment because he was treated in a stern, punishing fashion, and the world knows that. Mark Agnifilo cited a lawsuit by Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassie, and raids on Diddy's homes in Miami and Los Angeles. These are events that happened on a grand public stage. This is all probably one of the greatest general deterrence cases because everyone knows what happened to Sean Combs because it was destructive in every way. We have a new update from CNN. Prosecutor says Diddy exploited and controlled his victims 2 minutes ago. In her rebuttal, prosecutor Christy Slavic addressed the defense's argument that Diddy wasn't a pimp and he didn't financially profit from S acts. She said, really? What are pimps? Pimps exploit and control their victims. That is what the defendant did here.
She back at that again. All right, let's see what Big Ticket is talking about.
Diddy's lawyers in the courtroom crying, man. Man, this shit don't make no sense, man. She don't stop the whole courtroom.
Already, man. Hey, Pat's Place. Hey, Mother. My mom's in the chat room. Shout out, Mother. We got to go back. Okay, since Mom in the chat room, y'all, we got to go back. We got to go back to the clean version.
New update from NBC News. Diddy about to speak on his own behalf at sentencing.
What?
Following a 10-minute break, Diddy is expected to rise from the defense table to
oh, shucks.
a $9.99 suit. But you know
I
that
got
will
to hear
be.
this. I'm ready to hear this. My bad, y'all. Diddy.
If you have a screenshot, send me it. Thank you for the $4.99. Thank you. And I don't work for the Prosecutor Christy Slavic addressed surveillance video of Diddy physically assaulting his former girlfriend, Cassie. The surveillance video may not have the production value of Diddy's video that, he played earlier in court today, but it shows what he does when he doesn't know the cameras are rolling. The defendant is a master puppeteer of his own image. He uses his wealth and power to portray a very specific image to the world. But that image is incomplete and misleading.
Yeah. Even my mom said Diddy is going to get 5 years. At least 5 years. I'm sorry. She said he going to get at least 5 years. I'm holding out on my 6, baby. I'm holding out on my 6.
So this is Washington Post 5 minutes ago. Diddy will get the final word in sentencing hearing, the judge says. The intense publicity around Diddy's trial is one of the greatest general deterrence cases, lead defense attorney Mark Agnifilo argued, because everyone knows what happened to Sean Combs. It's punishment that all this happened on such a public stage. This has been just a devastating, destructive case for this man on the largest of stages. Agnifilo tried to speed through his speech, advocating for a lighter punishment as he spoke. As he spoke, Diddy looked over his notes, presumably the remarks he will give when he soon addresses the court. The defense would like for Diddy to have the last word and speak after the government gives its rebuttal, which the judge agreed to.
All right.
2 minutes ago, Washington Post.
Okay.
The question of whether Diddy is a pimp has been batted around by the defense and the government Friday. Now, you know what's coming back into my mind?
What's that?
I don't know what you heard about me. I'm going to PIMP, like big pimpin'. Own image, Your Honor. She went on Cassie in 2016. There's no music. Assistant U.S. Attorney Christy Slavic just gave a brief rebuttal after hours of pro-Combs statements. She asserted that Diddy is a pimp because he exploited his girlfriends when he made them participate in these activities with others. She also reminded the court of the infamous Intercontinental Hotel security footage showing Diddy attacking Cassie in 2016. There's no musical overlay on that one, Your Honor. Making a jab at a slickly produced video the defense presented earlier Friday showing him in sympathetic moments with his family. The defendant is a master puppeteer of his own image, Your Honor. She went on, quote, "You can't trust his words." 2 minutes ago, Washington Post, prosecutor Christy Slavic asked the court to imagine true remorse and contrasted it to the presentations Diddy's defense lawyers put on at this sentencing hearing. She pointed out that 5 of Diddy's attorneys spoke on his behalf and didn't talk about the victims of domestic violence that he has admitted to, except to argue that Cassie wanted to participate in the freak-offs where prosecutors claim Diddy abused her. The prosecutor went on to quote the letter Cassie sent to the court this week, urging a long sentence. Quote, "My experience was real, horrific, and deserves to be considered."
That's facts.
The court is on break till 4, which was 2 minutes ago. Now,
I want to see when this dude gonna talk.
I can't even add a single thing to that one. Not a single thing. Nothing further. The vulnerable people brave enough. Ooh, it brings tears to my eyes. The vulnerable people brave enough to seek help and or treatment deserve our protection from the likes of Diddy being the person offering that help. I could cry. I'm gonna get the last part, the last word. That part.
Okay.
That part.
Diddy about to speak, y'all.
Meanwhile, in United States versus Luigi Mangione, he now gets until October 8th to consult further with the Department of Justice personnel concerning the submission of the sworn declaration in the court. Okay. So is this still the last one here? That one's the last one there. Let's check. 10-minute break. That was 13 minutes ago. I'm assuming that 2 to 5 minutes. Thank you, Kittyzilla, for the one I haven't been wearing it. Do it for a minute. Okay.
That's it.
Spilla for the $10 super chat. Thank you for not. Oh, I don't know. I'm not really in the chat like that.
All right, we up to date with her. So we are up to date with her. I don't know. I know pretty much. Oh my goodness. My man went live, but I haven't.
Person, why?
Oh, let me see. My Rod. He's not live. Okay, my Rod is not live right now. Okay. The only one that's live is Ticket. I'm just gonna fast forward all this. Ticket. Okay, he gritty. Let's see what he talking about, y'all. 20 years. I think Ticket staying on top of stuff.
Hold on, y'all. Trying to cap on the cases. Butch Green, salute to you with the donation. Back to the Dylan Jordan case. Let's zoom out. Why did Judge Cronin take into account the previous sentence? Because Jordan knew it was wrong. He quit the business before he was prosecuted. Here, Diddy continued crimes. Great comeback. Great comeback. Great comeback by the government. And I'll see y'all soon and be back next Friday. They're going to pivot to Donald Trump. And she just served Diddy's lawyer his ass. Dog, she said. $4 million would be 90-something free calls. There were more than that here. Mr. Driscoll challenged us to find abusive text like he quoted.
Here we go, y'all.
But this case has physical abuse on video. Case closed. They served his ass. God, dog, she served this nigga. She served his ass. Oh my God. Oh my God. I gotta put this on the screen. Shout out to Inner City Press. Oh my God. She
Shout out to
served him
Butch.
his ass. She just served Diddy's lawyer his ass.
Watch out there now.
She served him his ass. It's a wrap.
Pimp control the victim.
There ain't no way you come back from that, man. She said pimps control their victims. That's what happened here. $1.4 million would be 90-something free calls. Right? There were more than that here in this Diddy case. Diddy's lawyer, Mr. Driscoll, challenged us to find abusive text, like he quoted. But this case has physical abuse on tape. Game over.
On video,
like Vince
baby.
Carter in the 2000 slam dunk contest. She say, Diddy is a master puppeteer. His video has better production values than an Intercontinental Hotel video. Oh my God, he's serving this nigga. Oh my God. The judge says, thank you, Diddy. What you got? Brian Steele says, can we take a comfort break? This man want another break. Man, come on. What you mean a comfort break? So you can coach Diddy, nigga?
Eric Sermon I think he dropped her off at one time. You know what I mean? He dropped her off, and I think either Puff heard about it or seen it. And whatever he was, he put hands on her. You know what I mean? To the point where is that nobody was helping her. Now, this is a story that was told to me, bro, by somebody who was there. You know what I'm saying? And they said he put hands on her. Misa was running from him so hard, trying to get away from him, she tried to crawl up under a car. Damn. You know, Puffy was, Misa was like I said, she was a talented, beautiful girl, bro. And if Puff didn't get his way, you know what I'm saying? He always did that play fighting stuff. You know, he always he started off like he play fighting with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as the girl tell him to stop, or whatever like that, then she hits him hard. That's when it started going on. And, like, I can't really say that per se, you could hear stuff and you could know stuff, you know, because he'll come running out the room sometimes, laughing and joking and stuff, and they chase him out the room, then they go back in the room, and then you hear stuff. But
there's something about Murray, y'all. She's in the chat room. There's something about Murray. You supposed to be over here.
But
yeah.
To witness it per se, I'm never going to witness a man being violent or doing anything to another woman and not interject and stop it. I don't care what you paying me. I don't care who you are. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to risk my livelihood for you being an asshole. So, no. You're not going to do it in front of me. Not like that. Not to that degree. Not to that degree.
And it's always been this rumor that he started messing with Misa when she was underage. Is there any truth to that?
Damn.
I think Misa was 17. In the state of New York,
16, I think.
I think 17 is legal. So I think she was 17. Or she could have been 16, but she didn't have justice until she was of age. So it was rumors, like you said, that she was younger, but then he didn't get her pregnant, I don't think, until she got old enough she was of age. Y'all call it grooming now. But he was young too.
Speaking of Misa, what was the situation between her and Suge that had Diddy mad?
Oh my God. My man. I think we were looking for Kim. Were we looking for Kim? We had just left Jennifer Lopez, and then we was looking for Kim because Kim wasn't home. And this MF Wolf brings this, I think it's some kind of magazine or press guide of Death Row. And Suge Knight was in a picture with Misa, and he was hugging her while she was holding Justin, Puff's first son.
Okay.
Now, Misa was out there with Mary, and they was doing some kind of work out there. I guess she was doing some styling for Death Row, or that was a ploy by Suge Knight to get her out there to make Puff mad, because Puff really wasn't taken care of at the time. You understand? You know, he wasn't getting her enough child support. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. And Misa it was crazy for her. So she had to get out and make money on her own.
That's crazy, man. Let's see.
Victim number 2 in Diddy's criminal case, who went by the pseudonym of Jane.
Okay, I'm trying to see if Diddy, somebody told me.
She also said, the government said that the 5 defense lawyers Diddy had, only one of them mentioned Diddy's victims. And she called Brian Steele's framing of Cassie untrue and offensive. Right? Yeah, she wants the court to look at what genuine remorse looks like, contrasting it with the presentations delivered by Diddy's legal team. So let's see if we're back. This thing is getting real crazy real quick.
Things to other people. His currency was control. He weaponized it. All of the factors point at least 35 months or 11 years in prison.
And I'm telling y'all this. I've been getting hit up with messages all this time. People say, hey, man, ticket, man. The judge took a payday, man. You know what I mean? Oh, damn. People can change. I know I've changed. I don't disagree with that statement that people can change, but you got to do this time, dog. You know what I'm saying?
That judge ain't gonna let him out.
Salute everybody.
I don't think he took a payday. And I think we all caught up
on the judge to see if we get a ruling today.
We're gonna get a ruling today.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't give a damn what nobody say. After Diddy finish talking, man, I'm gonna eat my lunch. And I don't care if nobody on this channel hears it either. Telling y'all this.
We waiting, y'all. We waiting. I think Diddy get ready to speak. I'm trying to save tickets. Let's see what we got here.
You know what I mean? Like justice for all and all that's good indeed. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Lila, for the €2.49. Okay, we have a new update from New York Times.
Okay.
Diddy preparing to deliver a full statement in court for the first time in the courtroom where he was tried.
Here we go.
Asked the judge for 1 minute to prepare. That was 1 minute ago. Time's up.
Oh, shucks.
Okay, so we get a little bit more insight into the only one in the 5 defense attorneys even mentioned the victims in their presentations. Christy Slavic said in the 5 speeches from Diddy's attorneys, only one of them even mentioned the victims.
Golly.
Defense attorney Brian Steele spoke at length about how Cassie wanted it. That's untrue and it's offensive. Slavic has now finished her rebuttal and the defense asked for a short break. Diddy is expected to address the court when the hearing is back in session. So Diddy is like having a whole panic attack or something. Maybe waiting for the beta blocker to
She just refreshed.
I do not know. Okay, they're back. Okay, they're back.
Look at all these tweets.
Hold on, let me get to the bottom of the thread. They're back. 4:06 p.m. Diddy stands at the defense table. One of the hardest things I've had to handle has been having to be quiet and not express how sorry I am for my actions.
Oh, shucks. Diddy
I don't
speaking.
take that lightly.
It's Diddy speaking.
I would like to apologize to Cassie Ventura and her family. I apologize to Jane for bringing you into my mess. I would like to apologize to all the victims of domestic violence. I know that the disgusting video triggered people. I was sick Poor me. Sick from the drugs. Notably, sick from the drugs. I needed help.
Needed help.
But I didn't get the help.
He didn't get the help because no one could rule over top of him, man. I mean, you was your own boss. You made all the decisions. You was the buck stopped with you in your life. You didn't have a wife to say, look here, you better straighten up or I'm leaving you. There was nothing in this world other than yourself. And you couldn't see it.
2 minutes ago, New York Times updated. Sean Combs opened his remarks to the judge by saying, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally speak up for myself.
That's
One of the
wrong.
hardest things I've had to handle is having to be quiet, not being able to express how sorry I am.
That's wrong. You starting off wrong. Finally, I get to speak. I finally get to say something. That's wrong. You don't want to use those wordings.
For my actions. This is CNN. We're on a new website, CNN.com. Diddy begins addressing judge. Diddy has started addressing the judge. I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally speak up for myself. Diddy, wearing glasses, looking over papers, began after looking over his papers. Wait. Okay, he began after looking over his papers and taking an audible exhale. New update from the New York Times. Diddy called his conduct disgusting, shameful, and sick. His mother and his faith taught him better. I am not this larger than life person. I am just a human being. Well, just a human being that's about to be able to go and get a job with re-entry. I don't think just anybody gets that opportunity.
Oh, shucks.
I don't think anybody got a job and speaking engagements lined up.
This is Diddy speaking, y'all.
Not even out of jail yet. Back on Inner City Press, Diddy said, I knew better. So then why'd you do it? Why would you say I knew better?
Well, they don't know how to, that's what I'm saying. You've been doing wrong for so long that you can't, oh my God. You don't know how to do right.
Oh my God.
I knew
Another
better.
Another year.
That's another year added on.
I knew better. I did it anyway. My faith also, the Lord told me not to do it. I did it anyway. But please let me walk out of here today. He said, I'm not this larger than life person.
You acted like you were.
I'm just a human being. I'm trying my best. I lost my freedom and the opportunity to raise my children and be there for my mother. I lost all my businesses.
Damn, you keep talking about these kids, man. Everybody in the world know that if you go to jail, you done abandoned your kids. You wasn't thinking like that when you was doing wrong things. Everybody knows. And your mom. Don't do bad.
I'm trying my best. I lost my freedom and the opportunity to raise my children and be there for my mother. I lost all my businesses. New update from New York Times. Because of my decision, I lost my freedom. I lost the opportunity to effectively raise my children and to be there for my mother. I lost all my businesses. I lost my career. I totally destroyed my reputation. Yeah, but now you got to do your time. All that can be fine and good. You got to do your time.
Yeah.
Said, I failed you as a son and I'm sorry. That's true. He's a total family in the spectators gallery in a
Wait a minute. My bad, y'all. I was trying to.
New update from New York Times. Diddy turned to face his family in the spectators gallery and apologized to his children, saying they deserved better. To his mother, he said, I failed you as a son and I'm sorry. That's true. He's a total failure as a son and father. Diddy apologizes to all the victims of domestic violence. This is less than a minute ago from CNN. Diddy also has said he wants to personally apologize to all the victims of domestic violence because I know that video, that disgusting, despicable video, it triggered a lot of people all around the world. Domestic violence will always be a heavy burden that I will have to forever carry. Yes, this poor victim of his own burdens. Poor thing. Poor thing. Inner City Press has gained like 4,000 subscribers today on Twitter, or followers.
Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy.
He said, I hate myself right now.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to that live channel. I have been stripped down
to nothing. I want to apologize to my 7 children. I'm so sorry. You deserve better. To my mother, I feel you taught me better. I shouldn't have got caught. Oh, just kidding.
I'm going to say what?
Diddy said, I let down my community.
What?
I wanted to show we could take care of our own problems. Again, this weird, like, sort of mafia, sort of secret society talk. Like, I wanted to show we could take care of our own problems. Huh? I let down my community. I wanted to show we could take care of our own problems. I got lost. I am not this bad person. No remorse. I am sorry to my community. I let y'all down. People can change. I know I've changed. Sometimes now he's addressing the judge in the first person, or the second person, calling him you. Sometimes you have to go through life experiences. No, you, Diddy. You. You still are depersonalizing the experience. You're making it about someone else. No, what you should say is, I had to go through this experience. Sometimes I have had in my life to go through experiences. Still, sometimes you have to go. You are psychologically depersonalizing the situation. These are not excuses, he says. I can't change the past, but I can change the future. I beg your honor for mercy to be a father again, to be a son again. Well, you can still be a father and a son sitting right there. A leader in my community again, please. Let me go do my teaching and my speaking engagements, please. Let me go get the help I need. They can't do me an AA meeting over here. I got to do it over there. Can't do no AA meeting in here. I can't go through the steps in here. No. He said, I don't want to let God down. I have no one to blame but myself. I know I will never put my hands on another person again. I am willing to comply with any conditions. Me sharing my story is not a scheme to get less time. This story is tragic. He's like, I'm willing to comply with any conditions. Very next thought, sharing the story, meaning he's agreeing to the conservatorship or jail of it all. Again, whoever had said it earlier, then he's going to be putting himself in like an indentured servitude situation where, like, what if this guy does something he don't like? This guy's going to be able to send him off to any convention, any this, that. And if he says no, he goes to jail. He violates his probation. That's crazy. Who in the freak even is this guy? 3 minutes ago, New York Times, looking back and forth from prepared remarks on the table in front of him, Diddy apologized to his community for letting them down. After seeking to be a shining example of what people of color could accomplish in the business world and beyond. I guess I'm not going to even give him the people of color thing because he's just saying my community. He might be talking about that cult they in. Okay. He never explicitly said, I don't think the people of color thing. They're being a little generous over there at the New York Times. I ask your honor for mercy. I beg your honor for mercy. I ask your honor for a chance to be a father again, a son again, a leader in my community. I have nobody to blame but myself. But he still asked the judge for another chance, saying he's willing to comply with the conditions that the court sets. 2 new updates on NBC. Contrite Combs says, I want to personally apologize. The disgraced performer and music executive told the court he wants to take responsibility for his actions. One of the hardest things I've ever had to handle was having to be quiet and not being able to express how sorry I am for my actions. I want to personally apologize to Cassie. To any harm I have caused her emotionally or physically, I don't take that lightly. I would like to apologize to her family. I am so sorry. I would like to apologize to Jane. I am sorry that I brought you into my mess.
Okay.
Diddy calls his actions disgusting, shameful, and sick. He blamed himself for substances, for his disgust. And so he blamed himself, and so nothing to blame but myself, but also it was drugs. Okay, so which one? Disgusting, shameful, and sick behavior. My actions were disgusting, shameful, and sick. I was sick from the drugs. I was out of control. I needed help and I didn't get the help. And I cannot make no excuse because my mother taught me. No excuse. So why should you? Jesus Christ. He continued, I got lost in my dream of life.
No excuse.
I'm really not this larger than life person. I'm just a human being and I was trying my best. I got lost in my excess. So what's to stop you from getting lost in it again? 4 minutes ago, CNN.com, Diddy addressed his children seated in the courtroom. Y'all deserve better. They sure do. He said, most of all, he said he lost his businesses and he lost his career. He said, but most of all, I lost my self-respect. Yep, he sure did. He said, I've been humbled and broken to my core. I hate myself right now. I got stripped down to nothing. I want to apologize to my 7 children. He turned around to face them and said, y'all deserve better. He turned again to his mother and said he failed her as a son, his voice breaking as he said it. I'm sorry. 2 minutes ago, CNN.com. I'm not this bad person. I'm sorry to my community for letting y'all down. Addressing his mom in court, he said, you taught me better. You raised me better. I know to whom so much is given, so much is expected, and I failed my community. He did this during the address to the judge who will sentence him. Growing up as a kid, I just wanted to be a shining example of what we could do. Oh, he did say people of color. Okay, good. All right. So that is what he said. I say we as people of color, that we could own our own businesses, take care of our own communities, raise our own children, solve our own problems, create our own wealth, take care of our own problems. He keeps saying this about taking care of their own problems. Is he trying to hint at the judge to let his community over there at the Florida Shuffle take the billionaire community or what? What is his own problems over and over? I'm not getting a good vibe here. And look, listen, he should have did that. And I think to some extent, he was an example of how people of color can do great things in the business world. I mean, no one's even really argued that. No one's arguing against that. He did make a big splash in the business world. He made a big splash for people of color, sure. But what about everything else? What about the crimes that you are convicted guilty on? I mean, it's just what's the relevance here? He wanted to make people of color proud, but instead he just committed crimes or what? I don't get it. He said, that was my mission. I got lost. I'm not a bad person. I'm sorry to my community for letting y'all down. Well, y'all can let me know if y'all accept his apology. I'm not included. He excluded me from his community. So y'all let me know. Does the community accept his apology? Put a yes, put a no. Put a yes, put a no. I don't know. I don't count. I'm not in the community. I'm excluded from Diddy's community. Okay. Diddy begs judge for mercy. This is still CNN. Addressing the judge today, Diddy said people can change. I know I've changed. Sometimes no matter who you were before you get so shaken, it just changes your trajectory. It just changes you. It changes you for the better. And sometimes you have to go through life experiences. Not me, you. These are not excuses. I can't change the past. I can change the future. I ask your honor for mercy. I beg your honor for mercy. But also, I don't have nobody to blame but myself. I mean, which is it? Which freaking is it? I don't want to miss the sentencing. Let me make sure. Slay. Okay, hold on.
Don't miss the sentencing. Please don't miss the sentencing.
So he's done.
Don't say that.
So let me read his last.
In fact, while you doing
here.
that.
Okay. Your Honor, If you give me a chance to share my story, this has a positive impact. Thank you to the jury. Your Honor gave me the confidence in the jury to believe that I did not have to testify. They sacrificed 8 weeks. I thank them for the not guilty verdicts, but he don't thank them for the guilties. He said, I take full responsibility for my Mann Act convictions. They want you to make an example of me, but I want you to think about making an example of what a person can do if they get another chance. Consider the beautiful children. You know, I'm not much to look at up here, but think about how cute my kids are and give me some extra leniency for them. No matter what anyone say, I know that I am truly sorry. The judge needs to go take his beta blockers or go do a little Hanuman Chalisa or something. He said, give me 5 minutes. So they took 5. Let's see if we can catch up. Oh my God, 4 new updates on New York Times. Okay, let's see if we can zoom through here on the 5-minute break. I don't care about the fame or the money or making records or performing. So he basically just read his letter again.
Yeah.
He's seeking to persuade the judge that his intention is to dedicate himself to helping others, including other inmates. So he don't want to make records and albums no more? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't take lightly my Mann Act conviction, he said. I understand the severity of it. I'm having to deal with the consequences. Acknowledging that prosecutors wanted the judge to make an example out of him with the sentence, Diddy pleaded with the judge to make an example of what a person can do if they get another chance. Hold on a second.
What's up with this 99, man? We stand on 99.
Says, I know that I am truly sorry for it all. Diddy concluded the statement, which lasted 12 minutes. Somebody send me I know y'all be getting the transcripts. I want to read the Diddy transcript of the full speech. Sean Combs is back in his seat 4 minutes ago, speaking with lawyers during a brief break. Y'all, we're about to get the Diddy sentencing. It's about to happen.
Oh, no. I think
Diddy looks at his mama. After he said that he had been stripped down to nothing, he turned to his family and sobbed. You taught me better, he said. You raised me better, he said to his mom. Diddy insists he's learned his lesson. He begs for mercy. I can't change the past. I can change the future. I ask for mercy. I beg for mercy to be a father, a son, a leader in my community and get the help I desperately need. Can't go to the AA meetings in the jail. Got to go to the AA meetings out there in South Florida. Got it. Never put my hands on another person again.
Yeah, he reading the same
judge.
thing.
I feel like he really did go to the back and say a prayer. I don't know why. I just feel like he's in his chambers praying.
The judge?
Diddy said he took full responsibility and accountability. He said, I understand the severity of it and I am having to deal with the consequences and I take full accountability and responsibility.
Okay.
Now, I know the prosecution wants you to make an example of me, but I just want you to think about making an example of what a person can do if they get another chance. If you give me another chance, I won't let you down. And the evidence of that is those beautiful children. The evidence of me not going to let you down is the beautiful children. Well, the beautiful children were still beautiful when you were doing the other stuff, right?
I think they were.
He thanked his children and he said, I would never, ever, ever jeopardize being in this situation again. Being away from my family that needs me, that's my deterrence. Yeah, okay.
They think they're going to have a sentence. They're going to get the verdict
During
today.
his remarks, he said he does not take his conviction lightly, takes full accountability, responsibility. Example of me. 4 new updates from New York Times.
Uh-oh. Here we go. This the one right here.
Okay, so they're still waiting for the break to be over, it looks like.
Okay.
All rise. Court is back in session after a brief.
Here we go.
5
My
minute
hands
break,
are sweating,
and I think the
y'all.
sentence is about to start getting read out.
Here
oh
we
my
go.
God. I can't even imagine the pressure that this judge has felt. I mean, he's kind of like a new judge.
Woo. Here we go, y'all.
Inner City Press hasn't even tweeted about it yet. Let's go to Washington Post. Well, whenever he did the crimes. So he didn't get unsubscribed. I want you to understand you are not being sentenced for acquitted conduct. Under 3553, I must consider many things. Mr. Combs, you are a self-made artist who has inspired a community of color.
Okay.
And again, y'all, the judge, he is a man of color. So he's in the community. He is in the community. Because, he said Diddy said we people of color. So I'm not included, but judge, sub, I'm not gonna hold you. Nothing else. Yeah. I think the judge is gonna probably, in his sentencing, he's probably going to talk about the things that he is taking into consideration. So I imagine that he's going to tell his reasons. He said, we saw the video. He said, we saw the free game course at the MDC. The court hopes you continue to expand it. Oh, I hope you keep going with the free game because you're about to be sitting in there. You are devoted to your family. See, the judge is laying out all of the things that he is considering. The court, of course, considers the collateral consequences. The court has to consider all of your history here, Mr. Combs. We have an update from the New York Times. The judge said he considered the fact that Diddy is a self-made artist who inspired and lifted up communities. He said, CNN has an update. Judge begins addressing Combs.
Okay.
He says he wants to start by making clear that Diddy is being sentenced for the offenses of conviction, the Mann Act charges. He is not being sentenced on the trafficking or racketeering charges that he was acquitted of. He said, you're not being charged. You're not being sentenced for acquitted conduct. The judge said, a history of good works. Ooh, here's a quote. A history of good works cannot wash away the record in this case, which shows that you abused the power and control over the lives of women who you professed to love. Come on now. Wow.
Come on now.
You abused.
Come on now.
Who said the judge gets the last word? Prophetic. The judge said a history of good works cannot wash away the record in this case. You abused. The evidence of abuse in this case is massive, Mr. Combs. I was sitting right here during the testimony. Wow. Fact that he is a self-made artist and a bit celebrated, iconic. Okay, I'd agree. Just now, New York Times, the judge is highlighting evidence of Diddy's physical abuse. He said this was subjugation, and it drove both Miss Ventura and Jane to thoughts of ending their lives.
I'm sorry, y'all.
The judge said, exacerbated. However, the court has to consider all of your history here. He ain't walking out today, fellas. The judge said, this was subjugation. That is the reality of what happened. These offenses irreparably harmed two women.
Wow.
You plied them with drugs. Why did it happen for so long? Because you had the power and the resources to keep it going.
Whoa.
You were more than a John. Woo, Lord. This is the real Reverend because he's preaching. A significant sentence is required to deter. Oh my gosh, I got to tweet to deter. Hill. Go out there and S this D, F him, I don't care. The court is not convinced this would not happen again. The court has considered the programs. They are outweighed by the trial record in this case. I need a FOIA for the programs. The programs ain't going to cut it this time. Better luck next time, Giovanni, at re-entry. It ain't happening today, Robin Greenhill, if you were in any way involved. Take this pill, do this, go out there, S his D, F him, I don't care. The court is not convinced this would not happen again. I'm not convinced. I think you would do it again, Diddy. That's what the judge is saying. The court has considered these little programs. No. The help of these programs is far outweighed by the actual record in this case. 3 updates from New York Times. The judge said a substantial sentence is required to send a message to abusers action with an you-know-what.
Here we go.
Entertainer. The court is not assured that if released, these crimes would not be committed again. He said the Mann Act convictions are serious offenses that irreparably harmed 2 women. He rejected the idea that Diddy was a casual consumer of institution services. You were no John. Whoo, the judge. You were no John. Family. But he said he rejects the attempt to characterize the freak-offs and hotel nights as intimate consensual experiences or just drugs and rock and roll story. A history of good works cannot erase the power and control you had over the women you professed to love dearly. You abused them physically, emotionally, and psychologically, and you used that to get your way. I was sitting right here during testimony from Cassie and Jane, and I forgot. I'm going to add that last little part. In a stroke, have I shifted dimensions? I don't know what this means. 135 months would be more than necessary. What does that mean? Oh my God, I need unreasonable. We're not going that far. Okay. All right. Expected. We expected that. I thought he said 7 months. He's like, no, we're not going over 7 years for sure.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
Okay, here it is. Diddy got sentenced.
Okay.
Here, the data shows a wide variety of sentences. Weighing all of the relevant factors, the court determines that the sentence is 50 months of incarceration. Girl, I got to go to the calculator right now.
Me too. I'm going to the calculator.
Years is 50 months.
50 months.
4 years. So he's got to stay in prison 3 more years. Breaking news. Heard it here first. Actually, you heard it on Inner City Press first. 4 years.
What?
3. Yep, 3. Girl, what? Just give him 11 years, somebody said.
What?
So 4 years total. He's already served a year. He's got 3 more.
What? After all this, he only got 3 more years to do? Oh my God.
Breaking. Diddy's got 3 more years to sit in the jail. Breaking news. The judge has sentenced Diddy to 50 months of incarceration or just over 4 years.
Oh my God, man.
Okay, let me do a quote tweet. The tweet already has 23,000 views. Inner City Press. Breaking. Diddy sentenced to 4 years in prison. 50 months. He will get 13 months docked off for time served.
Diddy got 4 years, y'all.
So like 3 more years.
Oh my goodness.
The judge said, I hope you continue your program over there too. Sounds good. Sounds good. Keep doing that. He thought he was going to go do speeches and go to Florida Shuffle next week. Diddy was just sentenced to 50 months in prison by the judge. That's minus the 14 months already served. Inner City Press live tweeted below. There it is, y'all. 4 years in jail.
You know, everybody is.
That's a long time. I mean, it's not 11 years, but like when you really think about like sitting in there, like, you know, he's sick. You know, he's feeling sick.
She said.
Because he was really thinking he might, you know, get like a few months. The judge says that Diddy did inspire communities, but abused his power. He said he considered several factors in determining the sentence, including that if he is a self-made artist who has inspired and lifted up communities worldwide. He cited Diddy's work in family history, including the murmur of Diddy's father, and he said that the work Diddy had done behind bars was impressive. The court hopes you continue to do that. That's when I knew he was getting sentenced to something.
Yeah.
Like kind of, you know, substantial. The court hopes you will continue to do that. He added that he still had to consider all of Diddy's history. You abused the power and the control with women you professed to love.
Damn.
You abused them physically, emotionally, and psychologically. Diddy sentenced to more than 4 years in prison.
4 years.
Prosecutors had sought an 11-year, 3-month prison term for his Mann Act conviction, while the defense was aiming for a 14-month sentence, which would basically be him walking out today.
Man, I want to know how many people think he should have got more time than that. That's what I want to know.
Just in, Diddy sentenced to just over 4 years in prison. 50 months, just over 4 years for his conviction, 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. The judge also imposed a $500,000 fine, the maximum fine possible. $500,000 fine, a $500,000. They getting their lick. The maximum possible. Whoa.
Yeah.
Any recommendations where he should serve his sentence?
Oh my goodness, man. I'm gonna let Big Ticket close this one out. I know good and well he gonna be.
Diddy says, if your honor gives me a chance to share my story, this has a positive impact. It's outside the courthouse, and Diddy got some people that's crying in the courthouse and outside the courthouse. I'm getting messages right now. The family is distraught. And violence against women must be met with real accountability. To promote is not reasonable. Even the probation. Let's see where he goes with this. Waiting on this thing to drop, y'all. We're not giving him over 11. Y'all. In 2 months. He gave him 50 months in prison.
Okay.
Let's see if he's going to do it concurrent or consecutive. If he does it consecutive, it's 8.5. If he does it concurrent, it's 9. So he says 50 months is what he said right now. Let me see what else he says. Hold on. He gave him 50 months in prison. Dang. All right? Let me put this up here for y'all. So he gave him 4 years.
4 years.
Hold on.
Oh, my gracious. 4 years, y'all. I'm sad over that one. Real talk. Right.
The judge more than fair.
That was definitely fair.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
The victims did not get justice.
It's more. Hold on, it's more. Hold on, you guys.
He was real lenient on him. Diddy got off with he got over them fat rats.
The judge says, so Diddy will have to go for another.
3 years in jail?
He asked Diddy's lawyers, is there any recommendation to where he gonna serve the sentence? Diddy's lawyer says, can we get back to you by Monday? Now that we know that there's a sentence, the judge says, yep. Diddy got 4 years and 2 months. Superseding indictment is gonna be on the way. The judge gave Diddy enough time for the government to come back on him, man. And the judge was fair. You cannot say the judge wasn't fair. The judge was fair.
Very fair.
The judge was fair. And in Fed time, he gonna do. So this is what they gonna do. I'm telling y'all what's gonna happen. They hold him long enough. And the judge, this is what the judge did, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all why the judge was smart. The judge gave him that time. He didn't go full throttle because he don't want an appeal. And he don't want Donald Trump to come in and say, hey, man, y'all hit him with something excessive. I'm going to, erase that. So what they did was he hit him with that 4, and I guarantee they're going to hit the nigga with a superseding indictment. A new indictment. They're going to hold him long enough to hit him with a new indictment. The Feds is not going to play off this shit. I'm telling y'all this.
This always happened like this.
4 years and 2 months they gave him.
Yeah, it's only the beginning, baby.
What time served he got right now? So he got 3 more years in prison.
It always happened like this.
So Diddy will be in prison 3 more years, but I'm guaranteeing y'all, I already know they coming with another indictment.
Yeah.
I know they coming with another indictment.
They always do it like this, man. The guy Mike got hit with a RICO. He was found not guilty the first time, not guilty the second time. Then all of a sudden they came back and found him guilty. So 2 years, I keep saying that.
So the judge took into consideration, in my opinion, that he didn't want this to be overturned by Donald Trump.
Dude.
He wants to be looked at as being fair and not overly excessive for what Diddy was convicted of. But Trump is not going to pardon him because he didn't give him too harsh of a sentence. He went under the probation guidelines for Diddy. The judge went under the probation guidelines. The probation said 70 to 87. The judge went 50. He went 4 years and 2 months. Trump would not pardon that guy. Trust me. Trust me.
Yeah.
The judge knew exactly what he was doing in this case.
Look, 4 years. 4 years, 2 months. Pretty close to my prediction. Yeah. 3 more years and Diddy gonna be in jail for 3 years. So, I mean, come on, Feds. You got to come up with something else now. Y'all know Lil Rod case is going to come up. So we got to check that out.
So that the feds have enough time to hit that nigga with a superseding indictment, and so that can't nobody on Diddy's side try to say, oh, this is unfair, this is excessive. And it's going to be hard for Diddy's lawyers to appeal this. And Donald Trump, it's going to be hard for him to come in and say, hey, he was done unfair. Because the judge, the guidelines he was given from the probation office was 70 to 87. Right? He went under that.
Under that.
Years under that. It's going to be hard to try to say this judge is a racist now. Try to tell people, man. But I thought he was going to go harder. But now that I think about it, he's smart. He know the superseding indictment coming. And in 2 weeks, you guys, Lil Rod is up next. And y'all got to remember, how did Diddy get in trouble with the feds the first place? From them lawsuits, them civil lawsuits. So you got that girl, her discovery got ruled on yesterday. The court told her to bring all that evidence in court, the underage girl. Right there, the girl that was 17 that said she was flown from Detroit to New Jersey and then driven to New York to Diddy's studio over their daddy's house, right?
Yeah.
And then Lil Rod got up in 2 weeks. Lil Rod is 2 weeks.
Resume. The people calling me.
Y'all better believe.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
They working their ass off within 4 years. Everybody saying 4 years is not enough. Y'all got to understand. The judge is very smart.
Be patient, y'all.
Tell y'all why that judge is smart. The judge is smart because the judge know. Listen, y'all got to understand one thing. If the judge hardline Diddy, and I really didn't think about this, but I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah.
If he hardline Diddy and just went stupid crazy on him, Donald Trump would have came in for sure and potentially said, nah, that's way too harsh. I'm going to pardon his ass. And then Diddy would be out today.
Well, not today, but we understand your point. It's sad, man, but you got to slowly walk this whole thing down. It's sad because this leaves room for appeal. You know, we're going to appeal this because we want him out. Nah, this whole thing went down for all the stuff you got. They were saying this, that, the third. He went real light on him. And the prosecutors got to be saying, yo, man, we got to come up with something. Let's go look at Lil Rod. Let's go see what Lil Rod is talking about. Because Lil Rod is going to actually put some more power on this thing. As far as like his whole case and everything, he might come with some bigger
Agnifilo said, can we get back to you by Monday now that we know that there is a sentence? Mark Agnifilo is still acting like he didn't know there was going to be a sentence. Something is wrong with this man. Update from New York Times. The judge said that he took Diddy's immense financial resources into account and said that they enabled his crimes. So pay up. All those prosecutors, hours that they had to spend on this and all that. Yes, pay up, buddy. Pay up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not sad. I'm not too sad about this thing, but I understand. Just like Ticket was saying, you gotta slow
That's
walk.
a lot of chip bags.
You gotta slow walk a millionaire. You gotta slow walk them, man, because they will pull more and more stuff out of the bag. They not being fair. You know, they pull out the race card, and finally they would pay the right judge off to get him, you know. So he took all that in consideration. So, I mean, fair is fair, man. You beat the other cases and everything, but at the same time, 3 years sitting in jail, 3 years, dog. Woo! Y'all. To know that you're going to be in there for at least 2 more years. Oh my God, young. That is crazy. That's crazy to even think that, man. Look here, I'm going to get on up out of here. I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to turn this live stream off and everything. Shout out to everybody that's in my live stream, the Music Recording Network Live. I think we're going to do another live tomorrow because we got to talk about this some more. I'm burnt out, man. I think I did good. I stayed down here. We started at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Average view do 20 minutes. We hit over 1,000 people watching. I don't even know. It don't even say when we started. Hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.